Hey guys, Mike.l.levine, and today we're going to review a short I received from a company called Vanquish. And Vanquish is located in the UK. Started up by two guys about 5-6 years ago, and they sell through their website vqfitness.com. So don't look up Vanquish because it'll take you to something else. Anyways, a little bit about myself and why I make these videos before we get into the shortened product. I work for a manufacturer out of Vietnam. We have 22 sewing factories over there. We have our own textile mills, including knitting and weaving. We also have our own industrial laundry, and we make full package apparel. We do business with a lot of major U.S. brands, and we're always looking to expand our base. So if you work for somebody who has a brand and manufactures apparel, I'm interested in speaking to you about becoming a supplier. And hopefully what I cover today, there's something in there that piques your interest. And of course we can always duplicate those products ourselves in your silhouette or to your specifications. Anyways, let's get into the product. So I got this short for about, I think it was $16-17 on the website. It ships out of the UK, as I mentioned. That's where they're based out of. It got here quickly. It came FedEx. I would say the price came out to about $25. So I bought two other products with it, and they all came together in one box. And the total price for the three was $75, so it's roughly $25 each because they were all cost about the same. Came in the Ziploc bag, which with the company name on it, which I always find very appealing. You're not going to a retail store to buy it, so there's the presentation there is kind of the website, but when you receive it and open it, you kind of want to have a wow factor. I know it doesn't affect what's going to be ultimately your opinion of this garment because you're going to wear it, and that's what's going to make you like it or not. But sometimes I get product that are sold through the internet, and they just show up in a crummy old plastic bag, and right away when you open it, you feel like somebody just really didn't care about what they were sending you. It was like it wasn't intended for e-commerce, and to me that's not always a great representation of the company. It gives me a lesser opinion of them. So anyways, let's get right into it. This is called the Vanquish Khaki Exodus short. So the color is khaki. The Exodus is the model, and right off the bat you can see what it looks like. Has 3 pockets. The 2 front have zippers. Doesn't have a country of origin, which I must be some kind of requirement in for UK brands that they don't have to have that. But for the United States, if you're importing, you need to put in a country of origin label in your garments, so they want to know where it came from. Anyways, the label says VQ Fitness, designed in London, and this particular garment is a cotton polyelastane, so 60% cotton, 35% poly, 5% elastane. So cotton rich, which is very important for import duties. If it's cotton rich, it's less than if it's synthetic rich. Laundry instructions: so machine wash cold, do not bleach, low iron on reverse side, do not dry clean, do not tumble dry. Okay, I don't see why with this fabric content, cotton poly spandex, that you couldn't tumble dry this garment. Matter of fact, maybe in the UK line dry is a common thing, but here I think in the United States we're way too busy for that. You're just going to throw it in the dryer. Regardless, you're not going to read the label, and it better handle it or you're not going to be happy, regardless if they're advising against it. So I am going to wash this. We will dry it in the dryer and find out if anything is going to happen bad. I would not suspect so. As far as ironing on the reverse side, it's always a good idea whenever you iron your clothes. You have to respect those settings in the iron. The synthetic content in the garment will shine at the higher temperatures. Of course, cotton can handle a little bit higher temperature, and if you use a lot of steam, it helps keep the temperature also controlled. So anyways, let's jump into this, see how it is. We'll look at it from the overhead camera and then sum things up, so stick around, it should be a good one. Alright, so here you can see what the shorts look like on. Pretty fitted. They land just above the knee. I would say it's a good length, at least for me. I really like the front zipper pockets and that extra back pocket. They feel good. I'm going to measure them real quick and then wash them. Let's see if they don't shrink or have any issues with the wash. We will tumble dry them. I don't expect a problem. Okay, so single back pocket, double welt, so fabric, full elastic waistband, double front pockets with the zipper, the embroidered logo, all flat lock stitching, so that leaves you a nice flat seam on the inside, nothing to abrade, I guess, against the skin, and the circular draw cord, which I mentioned. Full elastic waistband, and it is a separate piece, which normally you would just use the same panel and let it fold over, but this one actually is a separate piece, so it eliminates the need for matching up the seams here, going or having seams going through on each side. There's only one here in the center back. Doesn't really change anything, it's just a different way of construction. So anyways, let's measure it. So for elastic waist, we measure both relaxed and extended. And relaxed, we have about 26.5 inches. And then extended is kind of a function of just how strong you are. But this one goes out to 41. Okay, seat measurement. We do normally a 3-point measurement where we come just at the top of the curve here of the crotch seam, which if it had a zipper fly, that would be just about at the bottom of the zipper, and then across the other side to just below the pocket, and that also 41.5 inches. Right, which is our seat measurement. Our thigh measurement, we do about at the 1 inch below where the crotch and the inseam meet, and just measure straight across. And there we got 25 inches. Bottom opening, which is one of the easiest to measure because it's also just straight across with the bottom hem, and there we have 20 inches. I'm kind of blocking that there from your view, but that's 20 inches. Okay, front rise, so that's going to be from here at the inseam to the top of the waistband, and we do want to measure in a straight line, and it seems like we have almost, I would call it 12, could be 11 7/8. And then last, or second to last, our back rise. So once again, from the inseam to the top of the waistband. We don't want to put tension on it, but we want it to be fully extended. 15 3/4. And then lastly, let's just check our inseam length. And once again, we're going to go to that crotch seam from the bottom hem, and we got 9.5 inches. Alright, so we'll wash it, we'll measure it one more time, and then we'll sum things up. Hopefully we don't find anything too strange that happens in the wash to really comment on. And so let's see how we do. Stick around. Okay, so here we are straight out of the wash. I did tumble dry on medium, and nothing seemed to happen that I would say would be detrimental or give me any reason for concern in regards to you being able to dry this garment at home if you were to buy it. It does look like it shrunk some, so let's take some measurements, see how we compare to where we were before. So the waist relaxed, which we would want to come in because that's going to be affected by the elastic. And so the waist relaxed measurement was 26.5 before we washed it, and it's 26 now. So there's lost a ½ inch, which is nothing. Our seat measurement was about 41.5, and if you remember, we took that at the bottom of the pocket to the top of the curve in the front rise, and then once again back to the top of the pocket, and we got 39. We had 41.5. Can give that a little tug and try one more time. There we go. So we got 40.5. So we lost about an inch. Our thigh at the crotch, about 1 inch down along the inseam, was 25, and we're at 24.75. So really no loss whatsoever there. Our bottom opening was 20. And now it's about 19.75. So once again, no loss there to speak of. Our front rise was 12. Take that from the inseam straight to the top of the band. And it's 11.25. Our inseam was 9.5 before wash. Currently 9 1/8, and our back rise was 15.75. And so, because this is mostly a bias seam, it's got a lot of give. 15.25, lost about a ½ inch. So most of our shrinkage loss was in the length, which is common. In textile mills, the length of the rolls are their greatest concern. They're doing everything they can to conserve fabric length, keep it as long as possible. Therefore, they don't allow the shrinkage to come in at the mill, because if it comes in, they sell fabric by the yard. A shorter roll means less income for them. So anyways, and that is the fabric end users most going to be their greatest difficulty controlling, because you have to fight kind of with the mill, as their goal is to be they're trying to lock in the fabric to be stretched out. And of course, once we put it into garment form, we really have no way of holding that shape. It's got to do it naturally, otherwise we're going to have a problem. But anyways, I would say that this was all reasonable amount of shrinkage within normal expectations, nothing of great concern. So anyways, let's get back to the regular camera angle and sum things up and terminate this video. Thanks for watching. Hold on. Alright, so that was the Vanquish short. And as you can see, that it performed well out of the dryer, which was one of my concerns. It also did not shrink. What it did shrink was nothing out of the ordinary to be expected, so I think there's no concerns there. So anyways, give it a good mark. If you like my video today, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, make a comment below, follow me, click that notification bell so you get notified every time I put out a new video. And that's it. I'll see you around in a future video, and until then, continue to dress smart. Take care.